Yo, what's up, guys? So we all know that 2020 was a year. Probably the year to end all years, but it was a year. So I ain't want to dwell on the negative from this year, and boy, it's a lot of negative to dwell on. But coffee, had drinks with coffee. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to actually look back at some of the accomplishments that came out of this year. Let's look at my picks for my top 5 videos of 2020. And let me explain to you why they're my top 5 picks. All right, sound good? Let's go. Let's go. Yo, what up, fam? It's DKG72, and I'm talking about the top 5 videos of 2020. And these are the videos that I thought were the ones I either put out some bomb information, or the edits were right, everything was just right. Something about that video was just, it made it a little bit more special to me than the rest of them. And not that the other videos aren't special to me, but these videos just kind of stood out, and they're the ones that I kind of go to when I show people what I can do as a creator on YouTube. So get your popcorn and let's check out my top 5. Nelly versus Ludacris, 5 things that I learned. The reason why this video is number 5 has nothing to do with it being one of my better performing videos as far as views are concerned or anything like that. It actually has more to do with the fact that it was the first big project that I'd attempted after really getting decent at drawing in Adobe Illustrator. You got to remember, beforehand, I wasn't really comfortable working in Illustrator like that. I would only use it for lettering and things like that. But because of the situations that we were in, I had the time, I really kind of buckled down, learned the program, and I was able to take that knowledge that I had and then combine it with my knowledge of Adobe Photoshop, which was already existing. And I ended up coming up with this dope project. The end results were dope. And when I was able to relay it to you guys, the audience, it was dope all the way around. I learned, you learned, we all learned. And the video was, it was one of my better videos. So number 5 on the list. Make better comics using the rule of thirds. This is what I love about this video. I finally took time to break down a visual storytelling concept that I thought was so important. This is something that I utilize all the time when it comes to creating my layouts. I think that helping artists really understand the power of the rule of thirds is something that's very important, especially when they're young artists and they're trying to figure it out. So I've been wanting to make that video for a while. I've been putting it off, and I finally took the time to make it. And I don't think it could have came out better. Well, it probably can. I can make a much better video now. But at the time, I made a good video. I gave good information. That's what it's all about. That was my number 4 video. So yeah, number 4. How to matte and frame your art. Now, this video was one I've been wanting to make for a long time, just like the rule of thirds video. And just like the rule of thirds video, it had been one I've been putting off forever. And I kept putting it off and kept putting it off, and then finally, because I had the time and I was able to just really sit down and plan things out properly, I was able to do this video the right way. So what makes this the number 3 video on my list? Well, it's the first video where I felt that I had a full understanding of all the equipment that I was using. I'm gonna make a confession, y'all. I've been running and gunning, and I hadn't really taken the time to learn my cameras, my lights, or anything. I just basically put them where they needed to be on a tripod or whatever, and just went to make these videos. And it showed. The lighting was never right. So in this video, my lighting was right. I had a proper key light because I had the Falcon Eyes RX18. I had the Aperture MC lights, those were working perfectly. I finally learned how to manipulate my ISO, my f-stops, and my shutter speed. So now I was getting the creamy bokeh that I wanted. I had that shallow depth of field. Everything was right. I even had my new Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. I was even able to get some of my best editing out of that video, and it showed. The video moved smooth, it was dope. Everything about it was on point. That's why it's number 3. How to properly draw lips on black people. Man, so this is my biggest video to date. Probably the video most responsible for how this channel grew over the course of 2020. This video is super special, guys, because it really started off as a question that was asked to me by a fan on Instagram. And the brother was really embarrassed because he didn't understand how to draw, didn't know how to draw black people's lips properly. And he relayed that to me. So I was able to answer his question and then let it be known that, hey man, you know, it's okay to ask these questions and it's okay not to know, because a lot of times we're not given the information that we're needed. Now, this is what I didn't expect about this video. I thought it would just do, you know, all right. Man, when I tell you, I had no idea how many people had the exact same question that dude did. Wow. Even in the comments, when I tell you, everybody had the exact same question. All these artists in the comments were thanking me, telling me how much they needed this video because they felt so uncomfortable having the question and not even knowing who to ask. And I'm like, wow, just wow. I was addressing the needs for one guy. Honestly, I was just, you know, doing a cool video. I did not know how that video was going to do. And I ended up addressing the needs for thousands of people. And that's amazing. And I couldn't have been happier because one of my videos is really helping people out with the question that they had and making them better artists. It probably would have been my #1 video, but there was another video that's just a little bit more special than that one. And that is the perfect comic book cover. Bam, the perfect comic book cover is a video short film that I basically have been working on all year. Well, really not working, more like procrastinating on this film all year. If you remember, way back in January of this year, of 2020, I put out a trailer that promised that I was going to drop this video called The Perfect Comic Book Cover. It was going to be my first short film. I was excited and everything, and the trailer had all these little talking things and people talking and all this stuff, and it turned out that the film never came out. And the reason why it didn't come out was because, to be honest, I never really had a solid, concrete game plan for this video. And I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to run and gun it. I was trying to make it up as I go because it was just an idea and I didn't flesh it out properly, but I had to jump on it because of time limits involved. So it just didn't work right. It didn't work right. I got my man to come out and help me out, and it just wasn't working right. So the whole video had to sit on the shelf, and it sat on the shelf for the entire year. I would kind of go back to it every now and then, but you know, nothing really came of it. And then about 2 weeks ago, I really started thinking about that video and how I could make it and how I could make that film right. Then I came in last week and I moved back into the studio last week and I started working on that film, and it came out almost exactly the way I wanted it to. And then I rewatched it a couple times and had to come back in Monday morning and re-edit the whole video. I had to add in a new voiceover, add in additional footage, re-render it out in Premiere, and then re-upload it to YouTube. So That's the reason why I came out so late last week. But while it was a lot of work and that was just 6 minutes short, it came out great and it inspired me, and I am definitely going to do more short films in the future. In fact, I have another one in the works for 2021. Oh yeah, there's another one coming. More on that later. So I want you guys to know something. I want you to know that the perfect comic book cover is a labor of love. I had to get that video right. That's one of the reasons why I had to stop everything, because that video had to be right. It had to be right for Navia. It had to be right for her family. It had to be right for Lisa over at the Superhero Project, and it had to be right for all the people at the Superhero Project. I had to make it right for you guys. Because I had to make that video right, it was best that I took my time to really figure it out and really make a plan. Now that it's out, it's the best video I've ever made, the best film I ever made. It's the best production I've ever made since being on YouTube. Obviously the best production of 2020. All right guys, so that's my list, my top 5 videos of 2020. It's been one of the most insane years. No, ain't one of the most. It's been the most insane year of my life. So many things have happened. And yet we're still here, right? We still got a shot, we still got a chance. Here's what I want everybody to do for 2021. That includes me. I don't want you to dwell on what happened this year. What's in the past is in the past. Let's focus on the now. Let's focus on living. Let's focus on our loved ones and our friends, our family, the people that really mean the most to us. Focus on the things that mean the most to you, the things that you love to do. And what I want you to do, I want you to go for it. Don't play around. Don't have asses now, right? Don't do it halfway. Go hard. You hear me? Go hard. Remember what this year taught us. Never take life for granted. Never take life for granted. All right, guys? You got something that you're passionate about, go for it. You want to be a better artist, you got to go for it. Go hard this year. Go hard in 2021. That's going to be our motto. Yo, I'm done, man. I'm not going to do the regular spiel or anything like that. Y'all know the deal. Like it, share it, join, notifications, all of that. Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, you know where to go. Happy holidays, fam. And I'll see y'all next year. Peace.